Surprise live. You know, if I'm posting this to YouTube and no one shows up in these beginning moments, instead of just singing awkwardly, maybe I can bring through a message for all of you. I feel like the messages go big. For the people who are watching this, if this applies to you and resonates, you'll know how it applies. But go big is the theme, and it's for your sake. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks or says or does. There's a bird that just flew by, if that's a sign for anyone. Because you have big things to offer. You do. That's what I'm hearing. And there's no reason to let others get you down or pull you away from that. I feel you're meant to shine. You're meant to like shed that old crap and undo any bondage or chains and shine, if that makes sense. So for those of you who are watching YouTube, and no one showed up yet because this is a surprise live, no one knows I'm doing this today, except I guess my guides and me in the universe and anyone who's seen the notification that I've gone live. So yeah, anything else to bring through? Yeah, you're a brilliant soul. We can just do affirmations. You're a brilliant soul. You shine brightly. The world has good things to offer you, and you have good things to offer the world. The world's a good place. The universe loves you. You are blessed. You are brilliant. You are bright and shining. Again, the universe loves you. You're such a brilliant soul. That feels really good. I could do some energy work. They don't want me to do that. I'm going to draw Dicomio. This is a Reiki symbol. May what's pure of the highest light and for the highest good may come about from this. Should it be in the highest good? May only what's pure of the highest light and for the highest good come about from this. Hey, how's it going, Captivating Becky? How's it going? I'm literally just channeling answers for people, and this is a surprise live. No one knows I'm doing this. So if you have any questions, if you want any yes, no answers, or you just want to say hey, you can say hey. So I've literally just started. We're seeing who shows up, and I was doing some affirmations for I can't anymore 08. Well, I hope you can. How are you doing? Oh, someone left. Oh well, that's fine. I'm just channeling answers for people. If anyone wants to have answers channeled, or yes, no, or intuitive answers, you can do that. Or, hey, Michelle, good to see ya. How you feeling? Selen LVRZZ. Hi, how you feeling today? Andrea, how's it going? Valentina Vanity 12, how are you doing? How's life? Better? You're doing better today? Good. Yeah, I think you were kind of shedding there for a bit. I feel like you're going to be doing better going forward. That's what I'm feeling right now. And don't forget, Michelle, you do have a lot to give, like in relationships and life. They want to say that. Hey, you're doing well? Awesome. I'm doing well. I was having a weird morning, and my guys just told me to go live, so I'm going live, and it's kind of out of nowhere, out of the blue, but I wanted to. Zach, Thanksgiving, how's it going? I love seeing the new names. It's cool. You're not okay. I can't anymore. I'm sorry. I don't know how I didn't see that before, but I'm sorry you're not okay. I am sorry to hear that. They do want to say it gets better. I know you have to be patient sometimes with that stuff. Sometimes it's not a rush job, and sometimes you can't rush it. But you will be okay one day, I'm hearing. You will be okay one day. And they're saying that is a promise. So if you stick around, not here necessarily, just in life, it will get better. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe try jotting down some of what you want too. Some unasked for advice, but just kind of like start getting your focus and like those energies. Like, I want to feel okay. How does it get any better than this? That's a tool from a modality called Access Consciousness. You're confused on your loved readings. Is that just in general? And is that from a lot of like general readings on like TikTok where there's like conflicting stuff, or is that from me? Because hopefully that's not from me. I don't think I've seen you here unless you changed your, hey Harley Sats, good to see you again. I don't think I've seen you here, but they do want to urge you to, this is going to sound kind of, they really want to urge you to go within and like really trust, like, you're not going to be alone forever. Powerful Phoenix, 1111, how are you doing? Yeah. Okay, cool. Because like I don't feel like I give confusing advice, but yeah, if there's conflicting stuff in the general readings, I would try and book a personal reading with someone you trust, and that doesn't have to be me. I could You know, there's a reader I almost want to refer you to, and hold on, we'll get into that in a second. Hey, good to see ya. Welcome to the first time on my live. I'm just doing a surprise out of nowhere live. I usually go live Sunday mornings. Yeah, I can't anymore. They are kind of saying my guides. Hey, Kim, good to see you again. Oh, thanks, Michelle. I appreciate that. Michelle says, he is great, you guys. I realize I'm starting to repost these lives, and if you guys don't feel comfortable, let me know. On YouTube, for like replays, if I channel an answer, and so I'm going to try and read the comments more thoroughly in case anyone wants to rewatch it. Harley Stet says, hey, hope everyone's day is going great. I second that. I hope everyone's day is going great as well. Tots Marie, how you doing? Welcome. I can't anymore. Getting back to you. Thanks, Kim. I hope you're having a great day, too. I hope you're having a great day, too. So, there's a reader I know. And, like, here, even people who do readings, like me, sometimes we're just like, I need a reading. And my guides are like, you need a reading. And so there's a reader named, I just want to give her a brief shout out right now, Anna Anthony. She's based in Illinois, but she does over the phone readings. And you can find her. I don't know if she wants me to shout her out. I just realized. But Facebook, Anna's Synergy Healing is her page. If you ever feel like you want a personal reading, I highly recommend her. Tots Marie, feeling in a funk. I'm so sorry. They're kind of saying, like, be present with that and let that pass. It's not going to last forever. But they're kind of showing me it might be more of, like, an in general thing. It might not just be, like, an internal thing. Okay, I'm missing. Okay. I'm missing everyone's questions. So, Tass Marie, I'm with you. You're feeling in a funk right now. Feel free to... Yeah, exactly. You're blessed, and I know you're saying, but I'm blessed, and I know I'll make it through this. Yeah, you will, for sure. Just hang in there. I don't know what it is. This might be if it's just like a brief internal funk, but they're saying in a year's time you will be fine, and that's like a ways out there, and that's not saying you're gonna be like in crappy crap for like a year. It's just saying like things turn around for you for the better, if that makes sense. Peace to all. Hello, how's it going? Kim, I will get to you in a second. Young Ostrich, hey, I think I've seen you here before. How's it going? I'm going to go back up and get to any questions I missed because these are piling through. Ooh, Powerful Phoenix. Great question. Harley Stats 93. Can you ask spirit guides if you have the ability to channel? Yes. Like you think you do? Yes. It's actually better, but you do have to, like, it takes practice and it takes time to hone it in, and like just keep showing up if that makes sense. Like, ask the universe to align the events, or like it is going to align the events if that's something you want to like get better at, to like bring that out, and like do tarot cards they want to say, like, because I think that can spark channeled messages. I don't have cards with me right now, but like a lot of the times I pull a card and then they'll give me a message. I'm like, okay, they'll pull a card and they'll give me a message, and sometimes those messages keep going. So that's a good way to practice and like do videos too with that, even if it's just for yourself. That is something I bring through a lot for people who want to practice that, but it is what they are bringing through for you again, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna go, nope, they won't be stay at the bottom. I can't anymore. 08. The readers keep telling me, oh yeah, your ex Davis is coming back, then move on, then new love is coming. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got a text, guys. That's okay. So here's what I get, and I hope this clarifies it. When you said your ex Davis is coming back, my body pendulum went no, and then they're saying then move on. I get yes, and new love is coming. Yes. What they do want to say though is like it might be a bit of both, and so like there might be some truth to both of those, if that makes it. Like maybe Davis will come back in and check things out, and then like, but then like, are you gonna want to be with him by the time he comes around, or will new love have come before it? So let me check in more. They want me to go with what I said the first time, where I was getting the no and I was getting the yes for the second one. I hope that helps clarify it, because did Davis really treat you well? I feel like you deserve better, and that doesn't mean Davis is this terrible person. That's just that's what I'm getting right now. I hope that helps. I hope that clears things up. I hope that doesn't cause further confusion for you. But that's what I am getting right now on this live. You do tarot. Harley Stats 93, who I just answered, said, I do tarot. Need to practice more. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, that's gonna, the messages will come, and that's gonna strengthen your intuition. All right, I want to go up and answer. Hold on. I want to go up and answer Phoenix 11 Power Phoenix, because I didn't mean to skip ya. Dun, 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 dun. That's my elevator music. I just copy Mario, I guess. Okay, Powerful Phoenix 1111. What do you do to strengthen your abilities? What do my guides? It depends. It can vary person to person. The first step, I feel, that can be powerful is setting that intention out there to strengthen your abilities, because then you're manifesting it, and like the universe will line up the events. You follow your intuition and the breadcrumbs that the universe leaves you, as I like to say. I don't think I'm the only one who says that, and like that's gonna lead, like, they don't want me to say exactly what I was gonna say, so let me. It's like about intention, and then it's about taking action. What does that action look like for you? For Powerful Phoenix, the best way to strengthen her abilities? I feel like you're a jack of all trades with your abilities, so it's like anything you feel called to or pulled to do. You could do a card reading, and then you could do like, okay, I want to go channel a message for myself with automatic writing in a journal, or I want to record just some intuitive messages I'm getting, or I just want to like sit and meditate and see what comes to me. But I feel like what they're recommending for you is ask yourself what you can do to strengthen your abilities, because there's a lot, and there's a lot of areas you could go to. And that doesn't narrow it down, but start with that intention. And I do want to let you know, I do have a book on that topic that I channeled. It's a channeled book. It's through the link in my bio. It's called Spirit Guides, Angels, and Speaking with Source, and it's like a channeled guide to begin expanding and honing in your connection to. It's a long subtitle, but that's there too. And the cool thing about that is because it's channeled, there's like the energetic downloads and transmissions that go with it that help to kind of bolster that. And they also want to recommend watching tarot readings for you. And maybe even watching some channeling videos. Lee Harris is a great person to watch for channeling, because it's like one thing he said that I've found very interesting is like, if you have that ability to channel or you want to strengthen your gifts, sometimes like just being present with those types of videos, like someone channeling, or even this live where I'm channeling, which I might go full channel mode. They do that sometimes for some of these questions. It's like you're kind of getting in touch with that resonance, and it's kind of like you're able to. It's like trigger is not the right word, but it's like I don't like the word trigger, but it's like something that just kind of like jump starts it, or like gets you in that resonance, or helps you like bring that out from yourself. I hope that helps, Powerful Phoenix, but I feel like you're mostly on the right track. I am low on battery. What? Okay, we'll just get through what I can. Sam, help please. Go ahead and ask what you want to ask there, Sam. Slammin' Salmon. Hey, I think I've seen you before. Anyway, you know when my tax refund is coming in? Honestly, I can't get the IRS on the phone. This year. I don't feel like you're the only one it's been late for, but I'm not getting anything specific. Honestly, weirdly. Is it going to be in a week? No. In like 2 weeks? I'd give it a month or two, honestly. But I don't think it's a lost cause. I don't think that's the answer you want. I'm not like getting a specific time frame. You will get it though. They're saying you will get it. Peace to all 01. Do I need to do anything or just keep waiting for? Oh, did I miss something for peace to all 01? Anything for you? Do you need to do anything? Hi. If you have anything more specific about that question, peace to all, does peace to all need to do anything? They're saying general maintenance, if that makes sense. Do you just keep waiting? They want you to take action, honestly. There was a no to just keep waiting. Well, what kind of action? Right now they're saying self-work. I don't know if that's particular to what you're specifically asking about, but like, they're saying you kind of know what action you need to take. Just take a step, and I'm sure you'll comment something below, and I'll delve more into it. Let's see. Tanya Lynn, good to see you. How's it going? This might be your first time, but good to see you anyways. Aaron Cisneros 0377. Hi, can you tell me about Ryan? What about Ryan? What does Aaron Cisneros 0377 need to know about Ryan? I don't know much about him, but they're saying something about like trouble. Like he's okay, but maybe like watch out. I don't know. I'm not getting anything super specific about Ryan right away, but they're just like, watch out. And you know that song, like, think I got myself in trouble? They kind of saying that too. He's not terrible. They're not saying he's like a bad person per se, just like keep an eye out, if that makes sense. I hope that helps. If you have any specific questions, let me know. I can't anymore. Oh wait, I think I'm gonna be single a while. I can't anymore too much at this point. Okay, do what you gotta do. There's nothing wrong with any of that choice. Unrelenting Pisces. Any message from your guides? Unrelenting Pisces. They want you to trust yourself, and I think they want you to do tarot too. I do tarot. If you've been like frantic, or they're saying kind of like calm down. You could do that through meditation or whatever works for you. But calming your mind are messages that are coming through. And trust life, of course, is a message that comes through all the time. But trust life right now. It's like if there's change that's happening or upcoming, like trust it. It's like it's leading to better. And like I'm kind of seeing like it's interesting the visual they gave. It's like a dip, and it's like you're up here and it's like a bridge almost, and it's a dip that goes like underwater, but you come out the other side, and it's like almost like, yeah, that dip sucked, but it's like you kind of come out like cleaner and like it's almost like refreshing, if that makes sense. So like don't mind the dip is what they're saying, and enjoy the ride and hang on, something like that. I hope that helps, if that makes any sense to you. That kid burns. From what I said above, do you think I'm awakening? I feel like the way I see and feel is different. Yes. Yeah, it's like a lot is coming online, if that makes sense for you. And it's like there's also like a lot of people coming online around the world. And one thing I've heard from another channeler is like that can like kind of awaken and change up in a good way, like how intuition works for everyone else too, because it's like collective, if that makes sense. But yeah, you're really awakening for sure. And a lot of dots connecting too, if that makes sense, and a lot of like interconnection. It's like with your gifts, something that's like not quite. It's like a lot of interconnection and connection going on, if that makes sense. It's like a lot of realizations, maybe. I hope that helps. Powerful Phoenix 1111. I've been drawn to lives or videos with tarot and channeling lately. It makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. I think that's just helping you step into that frequency, if that makes sense, and realize you can do it too. I think, and if you get a kick or a boot to start trying it for yourself and like stepping out, it's almost like getting shoved into the limelight a little bit. Go ahead and like be gentle with yourself, and don't like force yourself if you're not ready, but maybe give it a shot at some point. Cassie 333. Thanks for the likes and stuff over here. I can't. Oh, there's my finger. Yeah, it's like shows up over here for me. No questions, but just enjoying listening. I wanted to say hi. Hey, Cassie 333. Thanks for hanging out. That's awesome. Aaron Cisneros. Okay, oh, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Peace to all. Thanks for the fire waking 44. It didn't say your whole username, but thank you. I appreciate that. Peace to all. I was asking you if I needed to keep waiting for you to get to me. Not waiting for anything like. Sorry. Did you ask something else? So I guess that was taking action. That was your taking action to make a comment so that you didn't have to keep waiting. Hope that made sense at all. But I might have missed your question if I missed your question, so I apologize. Anything for you. So just anything for you in general. Let's see. Peace to all. Anything for you in general. They want it. You're one of those people. They want to say like you got a lot going for you. They're like you got the goods. They want to say don't be afraid to take a step forward, like into the limelight and like kind of shine, or like kind of do some razzle dazzle, work your magic. And they're just showing you like stepping in front of like into like a spotlight on stage, and you have like a twirler and you're kind of doing some magic, and there's like fireworks coming out of your hands, kind of just and that's a good thing. That's like it's not just like smoke and mirrors. It's like authentic. It's Don't be afraid to razzle and dazzle. I hope that makes sense to you. And step forward and speak up. Speak up if you need to. If there's anywhere you feel called to like speak up or start sharing more of your stuff or talents or gifts, that's what I'm getting. I hope that helps. Oh, sorry for the earlier confusion. Dun, 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 dun. Tanya Lynn, how can you help? Wow, debating a performance contract today. I was peace to all. And I'm gonna like be rereading comments because I tend to repost these to YouTube sometimes so people can rewatch them. So if I'm reading your comments like over and over again, that's what I'm doing. Or if I'm very making sure I read comments, that's what's happening. Peace to all. Debating a performance contract today. There you go. That might be a good time to do that then. That's awesome. I'm glad that was on point for you. Okay. So, Tanya Lynn, I think, asked a question. Dun, 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 dun. How can you help someone stuck in a loop down emotions? Sometimes you can't. So for your particular instance, what are we getting? They're almost saying step back and let them figure it out. Whoever you're referring to in specific, there are times you can help or hold space, but it's like, it's not your job to save people, and like, you can be there as long as it's not bringing you down, and as long as you're not getting tumbled in with that loop with them, trying to get them out of it, if that makes sense, where you're like losing, losing your center, I guess, if that one is, as long as it's not tanking your life. But I would hold space, step back, let them figure out, because sometimes letting them fall is what saves them in a weird way, because then they can help themselves. I hope that helps. Waking 44 Gaia 33, how are you? I give permission if you'd like to pick up a message. Waking 44 Gaia, I'm doing pretty well today. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? They're like pretty decent. Okay, so a message for you. I give permission if you would like to pick up a message. Okay, message for Waking 44 Gaia 33. They're saying shine bright and own your gifts and like intuition and like something about reclaiming your power just from like other people and what they say, if that makes sense. If you've been watching a lot of videos and you're kind of like, let's see if they have any. It's like, yeah, reclaim your power and don't let other people pull you around. And that's like through their like realities or visions is weirdly what I'm getting, or like just things people say that like are, if they feel a little off or just like doesn't really resonate with you, don't let it like tug you, if that makes sense. Like stand firmer and like, I kind of know what I'm about, and I hope that helps. Let's see if I get anything else. They're like, she's good. So if you needed to hear you're good, that's good. The dip imagery, so Unrelenting Pisces, thank you. The dip imagery resonates. You're welcome. I'm glad it does. Yeah, I'm just starting to trust what I'm seeing with those things. And it seems like when I just share it, it seems to work out. So perfect. Ida, how are you doing? How are you doing, Ida? Ida Shariata says hi. Ida is really brilliant soul. Just in case everyone wants to know. Tara Lynn says definitely. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I'm glad that helped. Waking 44 Gaia, I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Thanks for asking. A question. Tanya Lynn, I am in my awakening and I feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah, you're not crazy. You're not crazy, if that makes sense. If you're the one who's in the loop and like the feeling down, let that process out. They're saying you're okay. They're saying you're okay. I think they're like, that awakening can feel crazy, but you're actually doing okay, if that makes sense. O'Malley Monette, how's it going? Anything else for Tanya Lynn regarding her awakening? Yeah, they're almost like saying let it ride out, because it kind of like it smooths out and then it goes up, if that makes sense. So maybe it goes up. This is more left to right for you guys, right? It's like if you're watching like a trend line and like up is feeling good and this is like time lapse, it's like you're like, it's just kind of like smooths out, it's less jerky, and then like it starts to get better again, if that makes sense. Hope that helps. Jane Atkins, good afternoon. I'm feeling stagnant. Any advice to propel me forward? Yeah. Weirdly, let yourself feel stagnant for a bit and don't judge it. But they're just saying like take 5 minutes a day to do something you want to do. What does that mean? Like just anything? No. Like something you want to work on. If there's something you want to work on, just take 5 minutes every day, and that'll just like just even little steps of progress can help bump you out of that, if that makes sense. And maybe even just doing something creative and out of the norm for you, just to kind of like not, because they're showing like a stick in the mud, and that just kind of like stirs up the mud and it loosens up the stick and get the stick out. Does that even make sense? But it's like baby steps, little steps. And I don't know why they're showing like tiptoeing right now. If you feel like you're tiptoeing around certain issues, either like within yourself or just around you, I would like take pause and reassess that, if that makes sense. And like, you'd realize you don't have to tiptoe as much as you think. I don't know if that makes sense for you or your situation, but I hope that resonates. You just shared a lot. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Just did a meditation to meet my guides. That's fantastic. I'm curious how it went. They wanted to mention Saint Germain for you, Ida Charlotta, like the Violet Flame, Ascended Master. That's just for you. Maybe you can look into that, and maybe that'll resonate, or maybe that's an energy you want to work with. But I'm doing pretty well. I'm just doing a surprise live and seeing what happens on this Wednesday day. Doing pretty well. But yeah, how'd meeting your guides go? Tanya Lynn, thanks. Yeah, the loop wasn't me. That makes sense. That wasn't what I was getting, but I wanted to to double check. That sounds right. I'm just waiting for it to pass. Yeah, pretty much. It's just kind of like write it out and stay present with it. Don't be afraid or forget to journal too. And like, they're kind of they want to have me give the reminder to you to manifest some of the things you want, and that could be writing it down in a journal, and whatever method works for you. Crystal grid, prayer, just saying, universe, I kind of want this, or universe, I want this, universe, I'm asking for this, whatever works for you. But that's, yeah, hopefully that helps. Bouldering Bricks, how's it going? So typically I do this on a Sunday, and the messages are just like flying, and this is not what's happening today, which is okay because my phone battery's a little low, and this is kind of out of nowhere. It's not our typical day here. It does. Jay Netkin says it does. Thank you. I love that you do this. Do you have Venmo for us to donate? First of all, thank you for letting me know. I'm grateful it resonated, and I appreciate that you love that I do this, because I love to do this too. I love that I get to do this, and I love that you guys love that I do this too. But yes, I actually, in the Linktree just added this feature with like a donate tab. So if you go to the link in my bio, and at the bottommost option is like a donate button, you can donate through that. That's an option. So I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the thought. Thank you so much. Ida Charlotta, well, I'm going into some space and I see a lot, but when I wake up I can't remember stuff clearly. Yeah, and you know what, there's a couple things. Let's see what they want to bring through for that. Okay, so yeah, don't be afraid to keep a journal right by you and like jot down things as they come to you. I was doing that this morning, actually. I was like meditating, and like I'd get, like I was sitting with a card or whatever I do, and like I'd get a message and I'd write it down, and I'd get back to meditation and I'd get a visual and get a message and I write it down. And so like it's kind of like, I know that's kind of like jumping back and forth, and I know like I feel like when you kind of have your connection honed in, it's like you're almost always in that place where you can like go get a visual. Okay, but it's like but that way you have it next to you, and if you get something, you can like, you're ready to record that, if that makes, document that. But you are going to start remembering, I think. But that's also common when you meditate and you're like kind of up there. Another thing you can do is you can set the intention to remember more from your meditations if there's something you're supposed to remember, and typically you'll remember what you need to remember that way. Anime Self, good to see you again. Hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? This will probably be a shorter live, by the way, guys, which is okay. It's not as active, and I do have a lower phone battery percentage, but I just want to let you know that. J Nutkins, awesome, thanks. You're welcome, thank you. Kim Berg, I love your lives and was surprised to see you. Yeah, thank you. First of all, I love that you love my lives, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, it's a surprise live. I just wanted to, I've had the past few days off, and I wanted to go live a little bit extra, and my guides gave me the go-ahead, so here we are. Desi Harper, hey. Desi Harper says hello. Wondering if there's any messages from your guys. Let's see what we get. Let's see what comes through for Desi Harper. Mm-hmm. I'm getting a lot, so hold on. I need to like narrow it down to messages for Desi Harper. They're kind of like giving a double message of like trust you and trust life, and they're saying like it's like there's this song. It's like hey, I got all I need, and I'm not singing that properly, but it's like you kind of have all you need. Like if there's something you want to get going with, you have all you need to get started, or you're just like in a place where you have all you need. Are you feeling heartbroken right now? Because they're kind of showing me like a Three of Swords, like heartbreak, and there's that song by CeeLo Green. I see you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, and there's the PG version where they forget you. So I don't know what's going on there, but they're saying something about moving. Let's let go of the past and move forward, if that makes sense. But you have all you need to do that, and they're saying you have some pretty good options too. With like I think in love, if you don't think that, that's what I'm getting at least. So don't be afraid to move forward. I hope that helps. I hope that resonates. Let me know. Anime Yourself. I'm doing great. Good to hear, Anime Yourself. Always good to hear. I love when people are doing good. Erica, ha ha ha. I want to get this right. Erica, ha 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 ha. Says thank you. You're welcome, Erica. Ida Charlotta, thank you. You're welcome. I will try to set the intention. Perfect. Your lives are the best. Always waiting what is next. Aw, thanks, Ida. I really appreciate that. I love that, and I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are. I love doing this. I love hanging out with you guys. I love getting the chance to do this, and I love getting to interact with you. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ida. O'Malley Moonat. I've been stuck in my head today, so it was nice to see you live. I always get some sort of clarity. Perfect. That's amazing, and I'm grateful I can be here and do that for you. I feel like sometimes just showing up and being in the presence of some work like this can help, and I think that can be why sometimes I'll like jump on YouTube for a quick general tarot reading. I'm guided to, not just any old tarot reading, but but first of all, mostly what I want to say is I'm really grateful that happens for you when you jump on these lives, so thank you so much. And you won't be stuck in your head for long, they want to say. Okay. Kim Berg, yes, he's staying involved in my family and causing conflicts. Ah, what did I miss? Was that an answer I gave you? But I'm sorry to hear that. He's staying involved in my family and causing conflicts. What did I miss? Erica, haha. Got it. Yes. Nailed it. Chloe Grace C. Hi, Chloe. How are you doing? Anime Yourself. I was wondering if there were messages from my grandparents or names. It's been hard to figure out. Grandparents or names? Like names of your guides? Any messages from Anime Yourself's grandparents? They want to say they're proud of you. They do want to say that, and they want to say like don't feel guilty about certain things too. No one's really judging you in the etheric or like in the higher realms. Even passed on loved ones is well. Hold on, they didn't like that answer, but they're saying if there's anything you've done or been doing that you feel regret about, don't worry about it. And like of course that's like within reason. Like if don't go around like punching people in the face, I guess is like the PGest version I could. But it's like if it's something like smaller and you're just like feeling guilty and it's like it's actually not a big deal and maybe you know it's not a big deal, but like people around you have the story that it's like this bad, like just let go of that, because it's like you're doing okay. And they do want to say hang in there, and don't give up. If you've been feeling a little like worn down, don't give up, and feel free to rest too if you need rest. That's kind of what I'm getting. I hope that helps. That seemed a little all over the place, but hopefully that was helpful for you. Desi Harper, I've been having issues with my partner. It does help. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not what no one wants to go through that, but I'm wishing the best for you in that. And I'm hearing and this isn't leaning towards any particular outcome, but what I just heard is things will work out in a way where you're happy. And that could be like long run, that could be, is that like short term? It's like in the nearish future and like a longer term, you'll be happy with the outcome, and you know, that could go anyway, but that's what they're saying. So I hope that helps. Kim Verg, I thought it was for me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, if it resonated for your situation, but if you have anything more particular, I did do one for you, I think, right? In general, this live, I can't. When I get channel mode, I don't always remember everything, which is funny because it's like, yeah, I could have just like channeled through something really accurate, and then you'll ask me about it, and like sometimes I just need a kickstart and I'll remember it, and sometimes I'm just like, what did I say? Like, what came through? So feel free to re-ask a question, Kim, if I don't know what happened there. Chloe Grace C, good. Nice to see you on here. Good to see you on here too. Good to see you on here too. I'm glad you're doing well. Bori Natala, hi. How are you doing? The sad face implies maybe not the best, but I hope you're doing all right. Animate yourself. Oh, I've been feeling guilty about eating certain foods. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It helped. You're welcome. I'm glad that resonated. Bori Natala, anything I should know? What does anything that Bori Natala should know? They want to say you're better than you think you are, and I'm realizing there's like they don't want me. Okay, sorry. I was about to do on a sidetrack thing, but yeah, you're better than you think you are, and trust life is a message that comes through a lot. But when it's coming through, I'm just gonna trust it and say it. And they're kind of saying like be fluid right now. Like if there's like obstacles, if there's like roadblocks, just kind of like be fluid and open to like redirections from the universe. If you're trying to go a direction and it's like block, you can be like, okay, where am I supposed to go? And just kind of like flow around it, flow to a different direction, like let the river take you where you're supposed to go, like the river of life, if that makes sense. And ask that the universe brings you to the best place too. You can set that intention. Anything else? And like they're saying, she's got it. So hopefully, like in general, you've got it. So that's good. That's a good message. I hope that helps. Let me know if you need anything more specific. Dizzy Harper, you are welcome. You are welcome. Erica, I gotta get it right. Ha 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 ha. That's awesome. I've been in this overwhelming rest mode, but it seems like I'm still tired. I feel that. That's kind of been my past like 5 days. Like let it ride out. There's a channeler I don't ever like, I guess the way I'll put it is like there's people, I'll see things, and if I'm guided to like take a class or whatever, I'll take it, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, I try not to put anyone on a pedestal because I realize I have to go with my guidance first, no matter what anyone else says, because that tends to be the most accurate for me in my life. But Lee Harris does these energy updates. He's a channeler, and you can find him on YouTube. It's like Lee Harris Energy. But for March, one of them was like exhaustion, and like exhaustion is real, and if you're feeling it, rest. So don't feel bad. Yeah, because I've been like the past 5 days, I've been like, and like I'll sleep 10 hours, and I'm just like, and I'll like sleep 10 hours the next night. I'm like, so I'm like, I don't know. It'll get better. I think April things will start to perk up a bit for people. Kim Verg, no, you said you would come back. I'm sorry, I missed you, Kim. Coming back to Kim. Unless you re-asked. I'm gonna go see if you re-asked. And no, you didn't. Okay, Kim Verg, this is an emergency Kim Verg response. Did you just? Okay, Kim Verg. We gotta get to Kim Verg. If I didn't. All right. Should I do like elevator music whenever I scroll like this? But I don't want to get distracted and miss Kim Verg. Did you just want a general message, Kim Verg? Yeah, you did. I can't remember if I did you. So let's do another. Kim Verg, if I did you before, we're doing another one. Yeah, general. I just scrolled back down and saw it. Sorry, Kim. Sorry for the delay. They want to say get creative. They wanted to reiterate, if I have not told you on a previous live, which I'm sure it's come through, is you're a bright shining light, but get creative. And that's just like, and they want to say like, look at the details. Yeah, so it was like, it's interesting. Like I saw you like looking under like rocks and stuff. It's like, get creative, look at the details. I don't know if you have anything going on with contracts. I would double check them. I don't know. That could be anything with the IRS. That could be taxes. That could be anything. That's what they're saying, and just like dotting I's and crossing T's. And that's I don't like getting that message either, because I'm like, what details? But hopefully you know what's being referred to if this is resonating. What else for Kim? They want to say like get creative with everything in your life, and like that could go into like they're even talking about spring cleaning and just kind of like cleaning out the clutter. It could be around the house. It could be because there's this concept like they don't want me to go that direction. Hold on. Like in within as well, like kind of a spring cleaning, just like belief systems, just kind of like looking at certain like patterns, be like, does that really resonate as true? Does that really work for me? And just looking at anything like they want to say like archaic in particular. And I feel like you'll know what that is if you dig deep into it. But they're saying you're already there. So let's see. I hope that helps. I hope those are the messages you needed to hear and that they help you. But yeah, if you can get creatively inspired, I would do that. And you could just simply ask to get more creatively inspired from the universe. Just set that intention. I hope that helps, Kim. I hope that is a good message for you today, and I hope you are well. Chelsea Catherine Darling. Hello, grateful to you. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you. I'm grateful for you here. I'm grateful that you're here. Good to see you. David Cahill 11. Good morning from Washington State. Good to see you. How are you doing? Ida, how did you find your abilities to channel and hear your guides? You're welcome, Kim. Kiwi baby, nice to see you. I don't know if I've seen you before, but nice to see you anyways. Ida, how did I find my abilities to channel and hear my guides? You can call me Steve, by the way. How's it going? You can call me Steve. How did I find my abilities to channel and hear my guides? Ida is asking. That is a lifelong unfolding journey, kind of. It's something that I was doing growing up to a degree. Like it would just happen through me, like especially with music and writing music, and I didn't like fully realize it. But really, as the story goes, gather around the campfire. It's time for story time. Where do we want to start off? I'm gonna let my guides kind of guide me through the story. So it was like a metaphysical Christian thing, and one way or another, I find myself at this metaphysical Christian boot camp thing for men. And one of the things they're talking about is, and I'm not saying that's how I lean now, because that's not, the universe kind of led me out of the Christian thing. That's no offense to anyone who identifies as Christian, because there's nothing wrong with where you're at or where you're coming from. It's just not what worked for me. And, but at that time, that was where the universe had me. So what they said, these people doing this thing, was like, oh, by the way, talking to God wasn't just for people in the Old Testament. You can do that now. And I was like, what? And sure enough, when I went to like write down a question, I got an answer. And it's kind of hard to go back after that. But as I kind of went on, and like there were just certain like knowings that would hit me, where it was like there were certain things that they said, and okay, they're redirecting me real quickly. But anyways, what happened was eventually a woman like showed up at my work where I worked and just handed me this book. And this book was called Waking Indigo. And it's not like a huge book or anything. It's just she kind of channeled through, self-published it herself. And I would say she comes from a slightly different place than I, or maybe even vastly. But at that time, that book was just what I needed, because a lot of the things I was questioning about some of the old beliefs and some of the things that I was kind of like wondering about, like it just kind of like tied up a lot of loose ends for me. And it really kind of actually like kickstarted the destruction of some of the old life that I needed to let go of anyways. and like we're talking like relationship ending, quitting my job, moving across the country back to Illinois, where because I was in Colorado at the time. It was like a whole bunch of stuff. But she would like refer to her talking to her guides, and like soon after I got that book, and I was like, instead of just talking to God, I was like, that ability to talk to God really was conductive to me just talking to my angels and spirit guides too. It just like really led into me having that connection and relationship with them, which was always there my whole life, I want to say, because I have had like different channelers tell me, oh, you're pre-wired to channel. I'm like, okay, cool. And that doesn't mean you guys can't channel. That's just what happened in my journey. But from there, I started to be able to hear my guides, and my intuition started to kick up. And like the universe led me to so many people who could channel in one form or another. And it was just so like in my face at that point in my journey. And it just something that enamored me and called to me. And it was happening through me too, where I was just like, I'd feel a huge energy and I'd get this like vision, and like, I wouldn't know what was going on necessarily. but then I'd feel like the energy drop in, and they'd like, at the first time it was a stutter, they'd like choke out the words. I'd be like, okay, dang. But as it progressed, it became a lot more natural and fluid, and it would happen more and more and more, to the point where it's just, you just like kind of always have that ability to talk to your guides, if that makes sense. I hope that helps. That's a long story, and I'm sure I missed some comments. Hi, King Sammy the Beagle. How are you doing? But that is like the short story of how I did that, and from there it was just showing up over and over again. It's like, if there were frustrations, show up the next day. I'm at 5% phone battery, so if my phone dies, that'll probably end the live, by the way, guys. But so it's something that was there, and the universe just kind of like led me through the steps to uncover it, and just like, it was just following the breadcrumbs and the signs, and like the people and events would line up where it was like this gift would just continually be brought out, if that makes sense, until I was shown like, yes, you can do this for sure, and it's a good idea to do this for other people too. So that's the very short version of it, because it really snowballed from like this life event to the next life event, to this person who channels, to this person who channels, to this person who channels, to like learning a lot of life lessons, but then learning I could channel, and then learning I need to trust myself before what other people say, because my messages were accurate. And then it was like, oh, by the way, you can like, they had me like at one point do automatic writing for a note, and I didn't know what it was for. I was going to go like sell some extra crystals I had to make some extra money outside of a grocery store when I was living in North Carolina. And I just had this, I felt my angel, and I was just feeling this presence, and I was like, no, I need to channel a note. And so they had me like channel out a few notes. They had me tear out the paper, they had me fold it and put it in my back pocket for tomorrow. And so the next day when I was selling crystals, I didn't sell a single crystal. But what did happen is one of my my ex-girlfriend now, but my girlfriend at the time, one of her friends or old coworkers walked up, and she was talking. She just started to kind of open up about what was going on in her life, open up about it. And at a certain point, she said something, and my guides were like, give her the note. So I reached into my back pocket, and I'd never done this before. I'm like, well, I think this note's for you. My guides are telling me to give it to you, so here you go. And so she opened it up and read it, and it was like a line-by-line response to everything she had just told me about what was going on in her life. I was like, what? And she was like, what? We were kind of both like, what? And like, that was kind of the moment it clicked, like, oh, I can do this. This is something I'm supposed to do. And she kind of, she could channel too, funny enough, and she came more from actually a Christian stance, funny enough too. But she went and like came back with a bag of chips, because we were right by a grocery store. And I was like, she's like, here you go. I'm like, oh, thanks. And she's like, you ever heard that phrase, all that in a bag of chips? And I was like, no, I haven't. And she was like, well, God told her to like get that bag of chips when she was checking out, and to give it to me, and to tell me I'm all that in a bag of chips. And that was what I needed, because I was still growing my gifts and building my confidence at the time. But it's like, the point of the message is, if this is something you feel called to do, is hone your gifts, the universe is going to bring you those circumstances and people that line it up for you, especially if it's your path. The universe is going to line it up. I hope that helps. That's my story. That's a big part of my story. There's so much more. There's so many little details. There's so many fine things that I didn't get to, because it's, you know, it's so much. I could probably just write a book on it, and I haven't. But I hope that answers your question, Ida. Chloe Grace, my comment is up a little. I asked a question if you have time. Sorry, Chloe. I'm sorry I missed that and sent you through story time. But let's see what I can find. Is there anything you could give me some guidance on for Chloe Grace? So Chloe, they want to say trust the universe. And trust your gifts if you're gifted. Funny enough, after story time there. They want to say you do have a lot of good things to give. You might have some internal like healing to do, or some internal work, and I would sift through that. I would take time to sit with yourself and like write down what you need, like from yourself and even others at this time. And really do that self-healing and like inner work if that's something that you feel you need to do. There might be a lot to unpack there, but it's worth it to go through it, because I think a whole new reality kind of awaits on the other side of that. I feel like that stuff's going to come up anyways for healing. I wouldn't worry about it too much if you're like, what do I do? But anything else for Chloe? They want to say you're a good egg, and my guides like to say that. They like to incorporate the you're a good egg or you're a bright egg thing, so you're a good egg. Anything else? I hope that answers. If you have anything specific, let me know. I hope that helps. Kelsey99, hey, wondering about my immediate family situation and how I should move forward with them. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by comments. Kelsey99, immediate family situation. They're kind of, you know, the song "Let It Be, Let It Be, Let It Be." Okay, you get it. It's kind of like "Let Them Be" was the first message, and they did want to give the trust life message. They're saying you don't need to be held back by them. I don't know the exact reference or context, but like, don't be held back, but also don't give up. And I'm not sure what "don't give up" is in reference to. It's like on your family or about your family. They need time to sort through their own stuff is what I'm hearing. And you don't need to be beholden to them. It's like, don't be afraid to hold space, but don't get wrapped up in their stuff either. They want to say trust who you are, too. And don't get wrapped up in their definitions of you. I don't know if that helps. I don't know what your exact immediate family situation and how you should move forward with them is. I don't know if there's like a specific like answer or like what you're looking for, like should you stay or should you go kind of thing. I don't think that's it. But if you have anything specific I didn't touch on, let me know. Boring Natala, is it okay that I don't want to go to college? It's totally fine. I just know it's not for me. I would listen to that. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with exploring life. If you already know, you already know. And would it be in the highest good for Boring Natala to go to college? No, I get no, actually. So that's some confirmation. But they're saying you already know. Like, if you know what you want to do, if you just need time to explore before you go, if you're gonna go later, which I don't, they're kind of like stamping their foot and saying no, or maybe that's you. No, yeah, but either way, it was them, my guys. I think you know, so I would trust that. Erica, ha 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 ha. Oh, did I miss a ha? Okay, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I want to do it every time. That is so cool. Wow, thank you. Kim Berg, I've been going through a spiritual awakening and not sure my direction of full abilities. Yeah. Psychic, intuitive, and claircognizant are the three that first come to mind. But there's a lot more coming online, so I'd stay open to like what the universe shows you and to like what directions you veer towards, interestingly, or what like presents itself to you as your gifts, because it's gonna like open up and open wide, and like there's more than you realize, if that makes sense. So I'd let it unfold. And don't be afraid to hone in your energy sensitivity too, because that can be a really important part of allowing your guides to give messages, is about the energies you're feeling, if that makes sense. So please trust that your gifts are unfolding in the highest and best ways. No matter what you do or go about things, they're just going to spark. They're just going to come alive. They're going to come online because it's something you're focused on. And dream work is important too in your sleep. Things will be coming activated in your sleep, but trust that your highest self knows, your higher self knows exactly what to bring about for you in the divine right timing, if that makes sense. For you already know where you are going, at least in your highest self kind of consciousness, if that makes sense. And claircognizance is important. They want to talk about claircognizance. We do. We want to talk about claircognizance and your knowing. For your innate knowing is something that is sparking and coming online, and something that feeds into the rest of everything you do with your gifts, if that makes sense. But clairsentience and feeling energies, that is what clairsentience is about, as humans say it, or label it, if that makes sense. It is simply energy sensitivity, or awareness might be a better word. We would hone that in as well, and then you can do that through crystals, through energy work, or through whatever ways you feel called. Just being aware of the energies around you, what you pick up on from people. Whew. I hope that helps, Kimberg. It's going to unfold naturally. That's the gist. We're at 3% battery here, so I'm just going to power through a few more before it's just kind of not happening anymore. Purple Lava, were you scared to quit my job? So with that job, no. Because that job, first of all, at that point did not pay very well, and I was moving home to Illinois to like restart essentially with my parents. So I was like, honestly, I wish I had lined up another job beforehand, because that was a little bit rough. It was definitely a lesson for me, just quitting my job and doing that. I did survive, but I don't recommend it unless you're really feeling called and like you're like, no, I know a job will show up, or you're like, I don't know, the way I went about it, I wouldn't recommend, but it was a lesson for me at the time. Kimberg, love this. Awesome. Ada Charlotte, I mentioned last time my super psychic man. He needs some sign to believe his gift. Can they give? Haha. They will. Weirdly enough, they're saying doves, like pay attention to doves for him. If he starts seeing doves everywhere, and that could be like through imagery or just actual doves, that could be a sign for him. But he's gonna have to explore it on his own when he's ready in his own time. It's like it's hard to force people to acknowledge it, but he has a good woman by him, is what they're saying with you, Ida. Chloe Grace, it helped. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Tara Help. Hey, good to see you again. Found a dead bird and 2 broken glass bottles. Are these signs of something to come? Not really. Found a dead bird. They're saying like kosher, and by kosher they mean like it's okay, it's all right. Weirdly enough, they said dead bird, like, yeah, don't be afraid to fly. I don't know what that's about, but it's like, don't be held back. Don't be chained down. Dead bird, 2 bird. Was that a sign of something to come? I don't think it's a sign of something to come. I think it was just like a sign and message for you in that moment. But they're also saying don't worry about it. It's not bad per se. It's just like pay attention. But it's good that you're noticing that and picking up on that stuff. You're going to be okay, by the way, Tara Help. They want to say, Tally A. Meisner resonates. Perfect. How's it going? Lexi Rigsby, can I have a general message for my guides? Thank you. I'm at 2% battery health, guys, so I don't think I'm going to get through everything. And if I just cut out, it's because my phone died. Lexi Rigsby. What's coming through for Lexi? Trust yourself and trust life. Again, those are going to be 2 common messages. They come through a lot. So, you as well are getting to go with the flow, if that makes sense right now. It might be collective. Like, let the river of life carry you to where you need to go. And don't get attached to certain outcomes. That could be with people, even with places and things. Like, really let go right now. And, like, they're kind of urging you to, like, meditate and, like, kind of loosen your grasp. Let life show you what you need. And they're really saying really don't get attached to anything right now, if that makes sense. Like, in a month, you're going to have a firmer grasp of what's going on. I hope that helps. I hope that resonates for you. Lexi, there's more. They want to say you got the goods, so that's a good sign. You got the goods to do what you need to do, say what you need to say, move forward. I hope that helps. But again, flow is what they want to say. Don't get too attached. C Crook 313, how's it going? Would appreciate any message you may be able to channel for me at this time. Let's see what comes through. I'm at 1% battery life. I'm going to try and answer this real quickly. I think they want me to end the live after this just because my phone's about to die. And sorry, guys. I know it's a shorter live, but it's this way for a reason, probably. I don't think my guides wanted me to be on for hours and hours and hours again today. But real quick for C Crook, what comes through? They want to say you got this. Go for your goals, go for your dreams, and like don't hold back, and really put a good foot forward, if that makes sense. It's something about shine. It's interesting because I'm seeing you like in a dress, but it's like this red like sequin dress or like sparkling dress, and it's like one of those dresses that has like a cut in the side, and like you're kind of putting your foot up on like a pedestal, and it's almost like a stage, like a runway model kind of thing. But it's like put a good foot forward, and like it's like go for it so you get a leg up or something like that. It's really interesting that that's what they're showing me. But it's like take center stage too, and just really don't be afraid to go for your dreams, okay? I hope that helps. And don't be held back by other people. They want to say that too. Kelsey says that does help. Thank you. I think I just need that confirmation of let it be. Yeah, I hear that. Guys, I want to keep going, but